Easily one of the oldest vehicles in the Ford lineup, the company is finally ready to introduce an all-new Expedition, and here it is. I'm at the 2017 Chicago Auto Show, and this is the completely redesigned 2018 Expedition. Now, in its current form, the Expedition first came out back in 2007, and its platform actually dates back to the second gen all the way back in 2003. So you can see Ford really needed to redo the Expedition, which is what they've done for the 2018 model year. This rides on the same platform as the redesigned F-150, which means it also has a lot more aluminum in the structure, and because of that, Ford was able to reduce the weight by as much as 300 pounds. Now, looking at the design of this thing, it's very different versus the old Expedition. In fact, it doesn't look like an F-150 at all. What Ford has done here is they've given it kind of a more mature, more upscale Explorer look with the front end, the same familiar family grille. Full LED headlights are available on the higher trim, this one here being the Platinum trim. And it has a much more car-like, much more upscale, much more luxury appearance. So it'll be interesting to see what Ford does with this vehicle when they introduce the Lincoln Navigator version in the coming months. Now, underneath the hood, Ford isn't really talking too much about the powertrains, but we do know it will be the same 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbo V6, the all-new engine in the all-new F-150. They won't spit out any horsepower numbers yet. We've heard rumors of a 400, but just know in the F-150 it makes about 375 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. It all goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission, and Ford says the towing capacity will be better than the 9,200 pounds of the previous generation. And of course, they're not talking about fuel economy either. Now, if you follow me around the side of the vehicle, the Expedition still comes in two different sizes, the standard size or this Expedition Max that replaces the EL name of the previous generation. It's huge. In fact, the entire vehicle is about 3 inches longer in overall length, a 4-inch stretch wheelbase on the standard size. The EL, like this one, is about 1 inch longer in overall length, which Ford is giving you back all that space in the interior with much more room. Now, coming over to the rear of the vehicle, you can see the design of the rear of the Expedition also follows more of the Explorer theme here with the overall taillights, full LED taillights. I really like this kind of satin finish that goes along the actual tailgate. And you can see here, everyone's gonna pretty much know you got the Max with this huge badge. And overall, I think that the look is very much premium. It has a very cohesive family look. So those of you who want to graduate from, an Explorer because it got too small, Ford basically now gives you that with the all-new Expedition with this very nicely styled vehicle. Now, on the inside of the redone Expedition, I'm pretty much blown away. I mean, this interior is identical to the new F-150, and I have to say the interior is really nice, especially on this particular one, the top trim. You can see the materials here are really high quality. You have stitching all over the dash, really nice tight-fitting panel gaps, really pretty-looking wood grain trim, and you have a really open, airy, roomy feel to it. Now, a couple of things I'm noticing: you have the latest version of Sync 3. All Expeditions now have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and the infotainment, or the instrument panel, the steering wheel, all of it is taken from the F-150. Really nice, soft, comfortable, supportive seats. They're wide, they really hold you in place nicely, and they're comfortable. Now, compared to the Sequoia, this is what I was looking for in an interior of a full-size truck. The Sequoia definitely feels a lot more dated, less premium than this, so Ford is really upping Toyota in that regard with this all-new Expedition. Now, but really, the magic happens when you get into the back seats, so let's take a look back there. Now, with the previous Expedition, Ford liked to tout up the fact that you had best-in-class interior space because of a couple of things. The Expedition has an independent rear suspension, so that carries over, and it still rides on a truck frame. Now, you can see the front seat, the second row, lots of space over here, lots of legroom. There's a nice pass-through here, but if you want to get to the third row, you can actually just flip this up here, and you can see the seat slides forward to give you a really good amount of space. Now, getting back here, I want to talk about the third row because this has always been an area of concern for families, and the Expedition really gives you huge amounts of space. I mean, you could literally replace your minivan with this. I could sit back here and cross my legs. Now, keep in mind, I'm pretty short, I'm 5'7", but adults will be happy sitting in this third row, and that is one of the big selling features because if you guys remember, the Tahoe and the Suburban cannot really seat adults comfortably in the third row because the load floor is higher, but because of that independent rear suspension, you just get a much more lower floor, and the vehicle is much more comfortable for passengers. Now, you can expect this all-new Expedition to go on sale at the end of the year, probably around fall 2017, with pricing being announced, of course, as we get closer to the on-sale date. For Redline Reviews at the 2017 Chicago Auto Show, I'm Sophion Bay.